Hey, welcome back. Review a Day, episode number 218. My name is Leland, and thank you so much for finding me. I can't believe you found my movie review blog here amongst millions of videos on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. Head over to nitpickit.com and check out episode number 85 of Nitpickit. We talked about some smaller movies, the new documentary Waiting for Superman, as well as the teen sex mockumentary, The Virginity Hit, that's produced by Will Ferrell and Adam McKay. Talked about a whole bunch of the new television premieres as well, so head over to nitpickit.com. I thank you in advance. The movie review I'm doing for you today is this new movie, Let Me In, from director Matt Reeves, the guy who directed Cloverfield a couple years back. This movie, of course, is based on the 2008 Swedish film Let the Right One In. This movie tells the story of a young boy named Owen. He's kind of a weirdo, a bit of an outsider. In this movie, he's played by Cody Smith McPhee, who you might remember as the young actor from The Road, a really talented kid. He's an outsider, and next door moves in this little girl played by Chloe Moretz, hot off of dropping the C-bomb in Kick-Ass. Everyone's world was turned upside down when Chloe Moretz said the C-bomb in that movie. Here she moves in next door, and she as well is kind of an outsider, but she has a damn good reason to be. She is a vampire. She has a protector played by Richard Jenkins. There's a series of murders going on in this town, probably by the vampire, I would guess, more or less. And Elias Koteas, another really talented actor, is hot on the trail. I think this goes without saying, it should anyways, that you should seek out Let the Right One In. That it's a wonderful movie, it's available on Netflix, watch instantly, and anytime a big budget Hollywood remake gets made, I always hope, especially with a movie like this, that it will cause people to go and seek out the original film, because it really is wonderful. I reviewed it, I think, like all the way back in Review a Day, episode number 115 or something like that, so seek out the original. There's a lot of people who did not want to see this movie get made, and I understand where these people are coming from. I got a lot of feedback about this movie, and it's hard to imagine that a big Hollywood movie could do justice to the tone of the 2008 Swedish film. It's hard to imagine that it could be better than the original, and I understand that it just sucks when you love something really personally, like a little movie like Let the Right One In that I think a lot of people really embraced, and it sucks to then see that movie extrapolated into a big Hollywood remake. And I think at this point in time, I just have to say, cut the shit, you guys. Get over it, because Let Me In is probably one of the best horror films you're gonna see all year long. Matt Reeves, I think, gets what made the original film great. It's the tone, it's the snowy setting, it's the pool at the end of the movie. But I think even more than that, he realizes that this is a story about two young kids who are kind of connecting with one another, and it's almost a coming-of-age story with a little bit of vampire sprinkled on top. And it's that heart, that relationship between these two young kids that sets this movie apart from just about every other vampire movie you've ever seen, or even a lot of horror movies, that it is front and center about these two kids. The adults in this world really are kind of nameless. You know, Richard Jenkins' character, I don't even think has a name in the movie. Owen's mother is always shot off in, you know, kind of an out-of-focus way. You barely even see her face. And it kind of has like a rear window aspect to it, where I think one thing that we don't see a lot of kids doing in movies is being very observant. Kids are always watching, and you have the young kid in this movie looking out his windows, and there's all these different characters that kind of populate this little universe. And it's just a little thing that just brings you into this world a little bit more, that really makes you believe what you're seeing is a living, breathing world, and I think that's quite nice. It still is the Hollywood remake, though. It is a little bit more violent. There's a little bit more CG special effects. You get a little bit more gore. And I don't think just because a movie has more action or it has a score. I think Michael Giacchino did the score for this movie, and that was definitely something I noticed that was a difference from the original movie is just so quiet, and this movie is a little bit heightened. And I don't think that means it's any crappier or any worse. I think it's kind of beside the point. I will say that this is a really great movie. I highly recommend it. But to me, there still is that sense of, I wish this was something original. And I think Matt Reeves does a really great job of adapting the material, making it a little bit different, and I do highly recommend people go and seek this movie out. Let Me In, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's a good time. I really haven't enjoyed a horror movie this much all year, I would say. If you like this review, make sure to head over to nitpickit.com or dampercast.com, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.